जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी।
गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवराधारी। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
यमुना तीरवनचारी कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी।
जय
गोपी जना वल्लभा जय गिरिवराधारी।
गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवराधारी।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
यमुना तीरवनचारी कुंज विहारी।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Oh Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Skritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Chayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Namavo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Name Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharne Nirvisheshe Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadharne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to everyone. For a long time we are resuming our session. So today we are going to discuss 11th chapter of the first canto. Lord Krishna's entrance into Dvaraka. Let's have a short recap of the previous chapter so that we can understand the flow. Krishna went to Hastinapura from Dvaraka to support Pandavas to get the rightful kingdom. In fact, Krishna appeared on the earth to reduce the unwanted burden because Lord Brahma approached Lord Vishnu to reduce the burden of the earth. As a result of the prayers of Lord Brahma, Krishna appeared. As per the plan of the Lord, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought between the two powerful warriors, armies, Kauravas and Pandavas. In this way, Krishna reduced the unwanted kings who were burdening the earth and established Yudhishthira Maharaja, who was a religious person, honest person, to be the emperor of the world. Krishna became very pleased to see Yudhishthira become an emperor of the world. When Yudhishthira Maharaja was ruling, as per the direction of the Shastras, as per the instructions, suggestions of his grandfather Bhishma Deva, all the citizens were very happy. During his rule, there was good rain. Mother Earth started producing nice food grains, abundant quantity, and the rivers, hills, oceans started paying their taxes to the king in huge quantity. So all the people were very happy during the rule of Maharaja Yudhishthira. In fact, Krishna wanted to leave after making Yudhishthira as the emperor of the world to Dvaraka. But Yudhishthira Maharaja requested Lord Krishna to stay for a few more days. Lord, always ready to please his devotees. He want to please Yudhishthira Maharaj, and also he want to bestow his blessings upon Bhishma Deva, who was lying on the bed of arrows. And moreover, he want to pacify his beloved sister Subhadra because she felt very much aggrieved for losing her beloved son Abhimanyu in the battle. So Krishna stayed few more months to please his devotees. After that, Krishna wanted to take permission from Pandavas. He came to Maharaja Yudhishthira. He offered obeisances by touching the feet of Yudhishthira and Bhima. And Yudhishthira also embraced Lord Krishna. And there was a transcendental exchange of feelings between the Lord and his devotees. And Krishna took permission, and all the youngers like Nakula, Sahadeva, and all of them came and offered obeisances by touching the feet of Lord. Krishna embraced his youngers. At the time, even other family members like Subhadra, Kunti, Gandhari, Uttara, Dhritarashtra, and Yudsu, all the family members, including Sahadeva, Bhima, and Nakula, all of them almost like fainted when Lord was about to leave from Hastinapura to Dvaraka, because they were not able to tolerate the separation. It was impossible for them to bear the separation from the Lord. So at the time, the royal ladies of Hastinapura went to the top of the roof, started showering flowers upon the Lord, and started glorifying the Lord and all his transcendental qualities. The talk of the ladies of the Hastinapura was more pleasing, more attractive than the hymns of the Vedas. Out of profound affection for Krishna, all the Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Arjuna, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, everyone followed the Lord with him, accompanied Lord. So Lord, after some time, Lord said, my dear Pandavas, please return to your home. But it was impossible for them to bear the separation from the Lord. With heavy heart, they returned to their home. So Lord Krishna passed through different places like villages, cities. While he was passing through different cities, many people came and worshipped the Lord, gave the gifts, presentations. Lord accepted and blessed them. But when he was passing through the different cities, at sunset, Lord would stop, halt at the particular place, and he would do evening Sandhya ritual, religious activity. Although Lord is a supreme personality of Godhead, is not bound by any rules and regulations to follow these rituals. Nevertheless, he performed the ritual at the Sandhya time to set an example, so that common people will follow the standards, follow the religious principles. So after that, Krishna reached the border of the city of Dvaraka. The moment he reached the border of the city of Dvaraka, he took his conch shell, Panchajanya, started blowing, indicating the citizens of Krishna his arrival, that he has reached Dvaraka. The citizens of Dvaraka were always absorbed in Krishna. And Krishna was not there in Dvaraka for a long time, and they went into the state of dejection, depression, because every day the citizens of Dvaraka had an opportunity to see the beautiful smiling face of the Lord, but they could not see for a long time. Therefore, they almost become mad. They don't know what to do. They were completely left disoriented. So very anxious citizens of Dvaraka were very anxious to see the Lord. When Lord will come, when we get the opportunity to see the Lord once again. Simply by seeing the Lord, there all the sufferings would vanish. So Krishna, having understood the mood of the citizens of Dvaraka, indicated by blowing his conch shell. Just like the gopis at Vrindavana, when Krishna would go to forest to tend their cows and calves, the gopis were constantly absorbed in thinking of Krishna. Krishna morning would go and evening would come. Meanwhile, the gopis had the only business is talk about Krishna. Intense absorption in Krishna when Krishna was not there. Similarly, the citizens of Dvaraka also felt that absorption during Lord's absence in Dvaraka. So when when the citizens heard the conch shell, immediately left all their activities, ran towards Lord, taking all the presentation gift and went and offered to Lord. And they were so pleased to see the smiling face of the Lord, and they started offering wonderful prayers. Although whatever presentation they gave, it's all insignificant. Not the Lord is Supreme Lord. For him, nothing is a big, because everything comes from him. He's Atma Rama. He's self-satisfied. He does not require any gift or presentation from anybody. Nevertheless, if anyone offers a insignificant thing, any small presentation with love, Krishna accept that presentation. Krishna accept that presentation. Then the citizens started saying, "Oh Lord, you are worshipped by even the great personalities like Lord Brahma, Indra, Kumaras, Narada, great sages. You are the creator of the entire universe. And you are our father, mother, friend, well-wisher, worshipable deity. And we follow in your footsteps in every respect. And we become successful by following you. We pray to your Lordship, please shower your mercy upon us so that we constantly remember you, constantly look at you, constantly absorbed in your thoughts. And they offered such a wonderful prayers. Then Krishna was very, very satisfied. And my dear Lord, today we are so fortunate that we have come to your shelter once again. Krishna is always a protector of devotees. Now we have come to you for your protection. So Krishna is always ready to protect his devotees. And now we are able to see your smiling face, which is full of affectionate glances. The Lord is not impersonal. Krishna has got personal form. The transcendental form cannot be seen by those who are performing tapasya or jnana. They cannot see the transcendental form of Lord. The transcendental form of the Lord can be seen only by the devotees through the process of devotional service. Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Naham vede na tapasa na dhanen na chejaya. Oh my dear Arjuna, the form that you are seeing cannot be understood by Naham vede tapasa, by Vedas, studying Vedas, or undergoing tapasya, or giving charity, or even worship. Then how do we understand? How do we see? Bhaktya tananya shakya hamevu vidorjuna jnatum drushtum cha pratyena pravashtum cha parantapa. Only by ananya bhakti, only by unalloyed devotional service, one can understand me as I am. Only in this way you can understand the mystery of me. You can understand the mystery. So Krishna says very clearly, only by the process of unalloyed devotional service, one can see the form of the Lord, not by any other process. There are many people write commentary on Bhagavad Gita without knowing who is Krishna. Such kind of commentary are completely useless. It's a waste of time. Even the Lord Brahma, Krishna cannot be seen even by Lord Brahma, Indra, other demigods so easily. Whenever there is a problem on the earth, when the demigods goes to Lord Brahma to explain the problems, Lord Brahma takes the demigods to Shvetadipa on the shore of the ocean. He cannot even access into the Shvetadipa. He will stand along with the demigods, offer prayers to Lord, and transmit the message to the Lord. He communicate by speaking, by standing far away from Shvetadipa on the shore of the milk ocean. Then Krishna appears. So even Lord Brahma, Lord Indra, other demigods, they don't have any easy access to go to the abode of the Lord. They don't have the opportunity to see the form of the Lord, transcendental form of the Lord. Whereas the citizens of Dvaraka, because they are all eternal associates of the Lord, eternal associates of the Lord. So when Krishna comes, he brings all his eternal associates. They have the opportunity every moment to look at the smiling face of the Lord, which vanquishes all the sufferings. So they were very pleased at that time. Even when Krishna entered the city of Dvaraka, all the people offered wonderful prayers. And when this news reached Balarama and Ugrasena, Vasudeva, some people are sitting, some people are talking, some people are eating, some people are resting. The moment they all heard that Krishna had reached the city of Dvaraka, all of them got up. All of them got up from sitting, from eating. They gave up all that, started rushing towards Krishna. When Krishna entered, even at the Dvaraka, the city of Dvaraka is filled full of opulences. There are many trees, gardens, parks filled with ponds and nice lotus flowers, and nice articles were kept on the road, like a mango trees, banana trees, this one, what is it? Many auspicious articles kept now to receive Lord. And the roads were nicely cleaned with the scented water, and kept all the uncut foods, and every house decorated the house nicely, keeping the foods and water, curd, to receive the Lord. So when Krishna entered the city, all the people rushed like Balarama, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Samba, Vasudeva, Ugrasena, everyone rushed to see the Lord. Even at the same time, there are many prostitutes of Dvaraka. They are all devotees of the Lord. Even they proceeded to see Lord Krishna. We can see, even 5,000 years ago, there were prostitutes during the presence of Lord. We should not hate even prostitutes if they are devotees of Lord, because somehow or other they got into a profession due to some financial problem, due to some situations. They got into the prostitution. Therefore, we should not hate the Lord, provided if they are devotees of the Lord. There are many prostitutes, even in India. They are the devotees of the Lord. So, if one becomes a devotee, then he can achieve perfection, irrespective of what is their profession. We should not worry about what they are, but are they devotees? That's how we should see them. Even, for example, Bilvamangala Thakur, in his previous ashrama, he was very much attached to the prostitute. He was always absorbed in thinking about the prostitute, thinking of the prostitute, Chintamani. One day his father passed away, and the ritual was going on. He wanted to finish the ritual very quickly. He was not allowing the priest to do properly. He wanted somehow quickly finish and go to the prostitute house to enjoy with her. So much attraction for the prostitute. Intense absorption of Chintamani. So he quickly finished the ritual and he was about to leave. At the time there was heavy rain, heavy thunder. The river is filled with full of water, and is not able to, he saw that he cannot go. But what to do, sir? But because of absorption, somehow he started swimming and catching hold of some log. Somehow he crossed the river. Actually, it was not log, it was a dead body. He did not even see, because he was absorbed in Chintamani. Therefore, he forgot. He did not know whether it's a log or a dead body. After crossing the river, somehow he reached the home. After reaching the home, the gate was closed. But he started, because he is not able to, she was inside the room, and he was not able to attract the attention of Chintamani. Then somehow he saw there was one branch of the tree, and with that he started climbing and jumped the compound wall. Actually, it was not the branch, it was snake. He even did not see, because of absorption in Chintamani. With all the difficulties, he crossed all things and knocked the door. And when Chintamani opened the door, and she was astonished. She was completely surprised to see his situation, his body. She was shocked to see, my dear Bilvamangala, how did you come in this heavy rain? Then he explained how he crossed the river, how he jumped. And after hearing this, oh Bilvamangala, if you have got so much attraction for this flesh of this body, if you have got the same attraction for Lord Krishna, your life would have become successful. The mission of human life would have been successful. The Chintamani was a devotee of Lord. Therefore, she gave the transcendental knowledge to this Bilvamangala Thakur. The moment he heard this word, if you have got the same attachment, what you have got for me, if you have the same attachment for Lord Krishna, your life is totally different. the words of Chintamani was like a thunderbolt of Indra for Bilavan Thakur. Then immediately left the place, went to Vrindavan, and rendering service unto Krishna. He was blind. He was blind, but he was completely absorbed in Krishna. Even Krishna would come and hear from Vilvamangala Thakur. Krishna would come personally and deliver the milk and hear from him Krishna Katha. Krishna would hear Krishna Katha from Vilvamangala Thakur. He became so much elevated because of the prostitute, because she was a devotee of the Lord. So therefore we should not hate a prostitute if they are the devotees of the Lord. Even Vilvamangala Thakur glorified Chintamani in his poems or in his writings, that he considered Chintamani as his spiritual master, like one of the three gurus called Vartama Pratakka Guru. It was she who instructed him to approach Krishna, to develop attachment for Krishna. Therefore, even the prostitute should not be, even we should respect them if they are devotees of the Lord. Then all the people came to the Lord, received the Lord. When Krishna, then a lot of dramatists, expert dramatists, artists, singers, dancers, they all brought a lot of contributions, lot of gifts. Krishna accepted and reciprocated everyone. And Krishna reciprocated to everyone, even the lowest among people. He reciprocated their greetings by bowing down. For elders, Krishna bowed down, and somebody gave hands, somebody embraced, and he glanced upon the people. So Krishna gave due respect and honor to all the people who came to receive him. He never left anybody, even the lowest among the people. Krishna reciprocated because they came with the devotion. Krishna is bound to reciprocate. Lord never reject anybody, whoever he may be, whatever he may be. If anyone approaches Krishna, Krishna is bound to reciprocate such kind of people. So Krishna, everyone satisfied by looking at Krishna. At the time the citizen said, "My dear Lord, when you are away from citizens, when you are away from Dvaraka, when you go to Mathura or Vrindavan or Hastinapura, every moment of your absence for us like a millennium. We are not able to tolerate the separation." When the gopis offered wonderful prayers called Gopika Gita, at the time they offered nice verse. They said, Krishna, whenever you go to forest, even one truti becomes a millennium for us. One truti means very, 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 very fraction of second. Even that becomes millennium for us. We are not able to tolerate throughout the day. But when you come in the evening, when you look at your smiling face, we become so pleased. We even that our pleasure is being stopped because of our eyelids. We are not able to see you constantly. Therefore, gopis even blamed Lord Brahma for creating the eyelids because of that stopping, even the moment seeing Krishna. So similarly, the citizens of Dvaraka felt the same feeling when Krishna was absent in Dvaraka. For them, every moment like a millennium. Now you have come. We are so happy to see you. Krishna, after hearing all the prayers, he reciprocated to all of them, and Krishna came to the house of Vasudeva. Then Krishna fell at the feet of father, mothers. Vasudeva had many wives. Krishna touched the feet of all the mothers, stepmothers, not only Devaki. Although Devaki is a real mother, nevertheless Krishna touched feet of all stepmothers, wife of Vasudeva. Krishna equally reciprocated to all the people. The Krishna sat on the lap of mothers. Mothers embraced Krishna out of love. So Krishna, we can see, although Devaki is the original mother, nevertheless Krishna did not distinguish between his real mothers and stepmothers. He equally offered respect to everyone. He satisfies everyone. Then after that, Krishna, even when he was entering, the ladies of Dvaraka went to the top of the roof and started showering flowers upon the Lord and started glorifying the Lord, offer wonderful prayers. And to see the Lord is like a festival for their eyes. Then when Krishna entered the palaces to see the wives, Krishna had 16,108 palaces for his 16,108 queens. When Krishna entered the palace, all the queens, they rejoiced to see their most beloved Lord came back to home after a long period of time. They rejoiced very much. Then they embraced the Lord mentally. Within the core of the heart, they embraced the Lord mentally. Then they sent their sons to the Lord to embrace. So after that, this queen started serving the Lord nicely because he was not present for a long time. After a long time, he came. They were rendering service. Although the queens were so beautiful, so attractive, in spite of their beautiful bodily features, glances, smile, which they can captivate it even through their smile, through their bodily feature, they can captivate even the Cupid. Even that Lord Shiva can fall victim to the smiles and the attractive features. In spite of all their magical feat, they could not agitate the senses of the Lord, because Lord is Atma Rama. Lord is Atma Rama. In spite of their best effort, smiling, all the features, they could not shake, could not agitate the senses of the Lord. But Lord Shiva can fall victim. Even Cupid can put his bow and arrow in frustration. In this material world, the attraction between the male and female is very strong. When the male sees a female, a Cupid immediately shoots an arrow. The male or female immediately fall victim to the opposite sex. Whether it's a beautiful, a male or opposite sex is beautiful or not, they fall victim. This entire material world is being carried out, this attraction between the male and female. Rishabhadeva instructs 100 sons headed by Bharat Maharaja. What is the verse? Pumsastriya mituni bhavameto tayormito hridagandu au ato grakshetra sutapta vitte janasya moham ahamameti. The attraction between the male and female is the basic cause of this material existence. As soon as the heart of the male and female is tightly attached, locked, immediately he thinks everything in terms of bodily concept of life. My wife, my children, my family, my society, my community. In this way, his illusion increases and he thinks everything in terms of Ahamameti, everything. It thinks in terms of I and mine. So even Lord Shiva fell victim to Mohini Murti. How did he fall victim to Mohini Murti? There was a battle between demigods and demons. The great battle, demigods were defeated. Many of the demigods lost their life. They could not revive. They could not get back their life. Why they were defeated? Why the demigods were defeated by the demons? Once Dasa was passing by on the road, was walking on the road. He saw King of Heaven, Indra, was on his elephant Airavata, was coming. And out of respect for Indra, Dasa gave his garland to Indra. Indra, he was puffed up due to his opulent life, was too much proud of his position, power, influence. Instead of showing respect to the garland given by Durvasa, he put on the trunk of the Airavata, elephant. The elephant did not understand the value of this garland. The elephant put the garland on the floor and trampled between the two legs, smashed. Durvasa saw this insulting behavior of Indra. Therefore, Durvasa cursed Indra that will be bereft of all opulence. Will be bereft of all the opulence, all riches, all wealth, so that he will come to senses. Sometimes too much wealth also is dangerous. Why? The opulence makes a man go blind. If one is opulent, should be submissive to a Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, should not be arrogant. The moment he shows his false ego, false pride, insults a devotee, is sure to fall down. Just like even it can happen to Indra. What to speak of common man? So we should be therefore careful when we are opulent, when you got some ability or some talent. We should not misuse, put down others. The moment we try to put down others, our life will be finished. So as a result of Durvasa's curse, the demons became powerful and defeated the demigods. All the demigods went to Lord Brahma and prayed, explained their problem. Then Brahma took the demigods to Shvetadipa and offered prayers. Then Lord said, okay, no problem. Now you can make a truce with the enemies. To fulfill one's self-interest, one can make a truce with one's own enemy, not an issue. You please go to demons and make a truce with him and churn the mantra, the milk ocean, to get nectar out of it. Lord has given, and he also told, while churning the milk ocean, many things you produce. Don't be attracted by all these things. The intention is to get the nectar. By drinking the nectar, you will become immortal. You will not die. Even the demons attack, you will not die. So Lord instructed the demigods. After that, the demigods went to Bali Maharaj, who was the leader of demons, and they made a understanding that let us, both demons and demigods, churn the milk ocean to get the nectar. After getting the nectar, let us equally share the nectar. So Bali Maharaj agreed for this. Then both the demons and demigods brought the mantra mountain as a churning rod, and because of heavy, somehow started sinking. Lord appeared and lifted that mountain and brought to the milk ocean and placed. And Vasuki was brought as a churning, like a rope, and this mountain again started sinking. Then Lord appeared as a kurma and held on his back. So while they were both the demons and demigods were churning, demons, they took the head portion of the snake, because head portion is called auspicious, tail portion is like a not auspicious. So they chose a head portion of the snake, and demigods started holding the tail portion of the snake. So while churning the milk ocean, heavy poison started coming out. So all the Prajapatis thought, so the danger for all humanities, all of them approached Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is called Ashutosha. He can easily pleased by the devotees. Then he agreed to take the poison. Then he collected all the poison in his palm and drank, and started holding the poison within his neck. Therefore he is called Nilakanta. Lord Shiva was addressed as Nilakanta because of his throat become bluish by drinking the poison. In this way, Lord Shiva saved the living entities by his compassion. Then later, the many items started coming out from churning this mantra mountain, so churning the milk ocean. So some Bali Maharaj took something, and Indra took something. And then after this, Dhanvantari, the incarnation of the Lord, brought the nectar. So the moment Dhanvantari brought the nectar, the demons snatched the pot and started running without giving to demigods. Demigods were disappointed. Demigods were completely disappointed. But they remain calm because they depend upon the Lord. They knew very well that Krishna will take care. So the demons started fighting one another. Who will drink the milk? Who will drink the nectar first? So understanding the situation, Lord wanted to protect demigods. Therefore, Lord appeared as a Mohini Murti in order to bewilder these demons. So when the fight was going on between the demons, Lord appeared as a Mohini Murti and beautiful form, woman form. So all of them, the demons saw the beauty of Mohini Murti. They were captivated by the beauty of Mohini Murti. Then all of them said, all of them selected this woman as an arbitrator to distribute this nectar. So all of them approached, you can give this nectar to us. Then Mohini Murti said, yes, but you should agree. You should accept in whatever way I do, whether it may be honest or dishonest. If you agree, then I take the responsibility of distributing nectar among you. The demons were not intelligent enough to understand what Lord intends to say. They said, okay, no problem. We completely agree with whatever you do. So they gave the pot of nectar to Mohini Murti. Mohini Murti made demons to sit and demigods to sit. And Mohini Murti, Lord knew very well that the demons are unfit to drink the nectar. Therefore, Mohini Murti started serving the demigods. The demons thought, we have been cheated. So one of the demons named Rahu, he disguised himself demigod, went and sat in between sun and the moon god. And when Mohini Murti started serving, he also took and drank. Then Mohini Murti saw this is a demon, disguised himself as a demigod, and immediately cut the head of this Rahu. Then after that, after distributing the nectar to demigods, Mohini Murti went to abode. Lord went to abode. Shiva heard about this, the form of this Lord, Vishnu. A wonderful, attractive feature. So he wanted to see the form of the Lord. Therefore, he and his wife Uma, and along with his Bodhagana, his associates, all of them went to abode of the Lord. And he offered obeisance to Lord and said, my dear Lord, I have seen all your incarnations. Now you have appeared as a Mohini Murti incarnation. It is so bewildering, so attractive. Now I wish to see that form of yours, that you bewildered demons in order to give benefit to demigods. I want to see that form. Please, can you show that form to me if I deserve to see? So Lord smiled at Lord Vishnu, smiled at Lord Shiva. My dear Lord Shiva, yes, I will reveal that form to you. The demons, those who are lusty, they will be captivated by seeing that form. So after saying that, Lord disappeared. After some time, at a distance, Lord Shiva saw there was one forest filled with a lot of trees, nice flowers, fruits, filled with a lot of fragrance. Then he saw suddenly one young woman, attractive woman, beautiful woman, started playing the ball, running here and there, and started smiling at Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva was captivated by the beauty of this woman. And she was so shy, and he started seeing every part of this woman, so attractive. And while she was playing, her dress became little loosened, and Shiva could see everything. And all of a sudden there was a nice breeze. It flew away the dress of this woman, and she was completely naked. And she started closing her eyes and looking at Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, by seeing this, very much captivated. And she started moving, running. Lord Shiva, in spite of his wife present, all his associates present, he did not think of all the things, because he was captivated by the Cupid arrow. He started running behind Mohini Murti. She started running. He could not tolerate. He started running very fast and dragged her hair and pulled and embraced Mohini Murti. Although she was unwilling, somehow she escaped from the clutches of Lord Shiva and she started running. But Shiva, he could not give up. He completely became mad. He forgot about his position, his wife, just like an elephant runs after a she-elephant. Similarly, Shiva ran after Mohini Murti. While running after Mohini Murti, he discharged semen. Then he came to senses, oh my God, I've been cheated, I fell victim to the illusion of the Lord. Then he was not at all astonished to see Lord's potency. He understood what Lord is. So this is the position of Lord Shiva. Even he fell victim. But Lord Krishna could not fall victim. Such kind of attractive feature of the queens of Dvaraka could not agitate the senses of the Lord. Even Bhishma was considered the greatest brahmachari. So during the Rajasuya sacrifice, and when Shishubala was criticizing Lord Krishna for mingling with women and when he is a woman hunter, he was criticizing Lord Krishna, saying that he is a woman hunter. But at that time, Lord Bhishma Deva stood up and said, so actually people say that I am the greatest brahmachari, but actually I am not a brahmachari. Because I have taken the vow of brahmachari, therefore I avoided the association of women. Because the path of salvation or path of going back home, back to Godhead, forbids the association of women. Therefore, Bhishma said, I avoided the association of women. And you see Krishna, he was dancing with young woman, the dead of night. But he was not agitated. If I was put into the place, I would have been failed. I could not have maintained. I would have been agitated. If any male members, being the presence of young woman, 100% will be agitated. But Krishna, although he was dancing with the young gopis, the dead of night, he remained a brahmachari, perfect brahmachari, because he is Atma Rama, self-satisfied. He does not require anyone to satisfy him. This is the position of the Lord. Therefore, the queens of Dvaraka could not agitate the senses of the Lord. Although the path of liberation forbids one associate with woman, nevertheless, although Lord went to 16,108 wives, people may ask question. This salvation or liberation or going back home, back to Godhead, strictly forbids one to associate with woman. How can a person who has got 16,108 wives to be accepted as a supreme personality of Godhead? Here is the answer. Although 16,108 queens with their attractive features, smiling faces, could not agitate the senses of the Lord, because Lord is supreme, is Atma Rama. Nevertheless, Lord is attracted by their service attitude, their pure devotion. The queens rendered wonderful service. They became like a housemaid. They did not want to ask anyone to render service unto Krishna. When Krishna would come from the office, queens, each and everyone would go. Krishna would simultaneously enter all the 16,108 palaces. All the queens go and take the Lord and worship the Lord, provide whatever Lord wants. Personally would take care of the Lord. They would not allow any maids to go and serve the Lord. They wanted to serve the Lord. So Krishna was captivated by their loving devotion, not by their beauty, not by the smiling face, but they rendered service and loyal service. Krishna reciprocated accordingly to the queens of Dvaraka, means his wife. The common people, they cannot understand the glories of the Lord. They consider Krishna is like a common man. Even he is affected by matter, but Krishna is untouched by matter. Krishna is not affected by matter at all. Krishna is not under the influence of any material qualities. He is nirguna, unattached by gunas. Not only Krishna, even his servant, his pure devotees, all are unaffected by the qualities of the material modes. These queens of Dvaraka, queens of Lord Krishna, they thought Krishna is their husband and handpicked husband, and they did not understand the glories of the Lord. They thought Krishna, he follows whatever I say, he simply is behind me. This is how they understood Krishna. They did not understand the glories of the Lord, because Krishna purposefully cover them with the Yogamaya. They should not understand, they should not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because there is a loving exchange, transcendental relationship between the Lord and devotees. If that position, power comes, that exchange cannot happen properly. Therefore, whenever Krishna plays the part like a friend or lover or a master or a son, he plays perfectly. Like when Yashodamai sees Krishna, Krishna is my son, my darling son. She never thought Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, she would chastise Krishna. If she understands Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, she cannot chastise Krishna. Krishna wanted chastisement from his devotees. There is a loving exchange between mother and son. Similarly, gopis would blast Krishna, scold Krishna. Krishna would accept. That kind of scolding of gopis is more, he accepts this kind of scolding better than chanting the Vedas, because Krishna likes. The Gopas, when Krishna would play with the Gopas, Krishna would be defeated sometimes. His friends would come and climb on the shoulder of Krishna. Who is Krishna? Who is a covered boy? Why? Because there is an exchange of love. If they understand Krishna's Supreme Personality of Godhead, they cannot climb. Nobody can think of climbing on the shoulder of Krishna. So Krishna wants to reciprocate different kinds of exchange of love. There are 5 kinds of exchange of love. The primary rasas named Shanta Rasa, then Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, then Vatsalya Rasa, then Madhurya Rasa. So Krishna has got different kinds of rasas, exchange of love between his devotees. Therefore, through his transcendental potency, his internal potency, he covers their knowledge that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So unless he covers about his position, there cannot be exchange of love between Lord and his friends, lovers, father, mother, gopis, all. So this, although the queens of Dvaraka and Krishna's love is, it's a pure, uncontaminated. It's pure, uncontaminated. The common people cannot understand. Therefore, even the queens of Dvaraka thought that his henpecked person is always following us. But they did not understand the glories of the Lord, who is a supreme controller, who is the master of the senses, that he covers the knowledge of all his devotees, because he wants to enjoy the loving relationship with his devotees. This is the summary of this 11th chapter. Let's discuss 12th chapter next session. Thank you. Hare Krishna.